Hey, welcome to a special episode of You Love Comic Books. This is a YouTube show I do where I showcase my comic book hauls, comic book speculations, stuff from my collection, and I'll sometimes do quick reviews of things, books I get from my weekly pull list. That won't be in this episode though. This is going to showcase a haul that I got from a garage sale. Now, I've been for a long time now, been trying to strike gold at a garage sale. You hear these stories. I watched some video recently. I don't remember the name. But I remember, and they're like, I got this book for $20. Oh, it's low grade or whatever. $20. There was like a whole bunch of Silver Age books, $20. One of them being, even in low grade, a book that goes for like $400. I was like, what? And I've been wanting to been trying to find these magical garage sales. I'll see a garage sale in the area, and I'll always ask, hey, yeah, mind if I ask you, do you have any comic books? And usually 99.9% of the time, they look at me like I have six heads, and they're like, no. They just have a bunch of old Tupperware and some crappy clothes they're trying to get rid of. But this time, I passed by a garage sale in my area. I said, do you got comic books? And they said, why, yes, we do. But this is the joke, was I was with my wife and kid, and we had somewhere to go. So, of course, that's the time when this happens, when I finally find a place that has comics. So, thankfully, they weren't really showing them to people. Like, they were kind of like in the back. I asked for them. So he gave me he gave me his number to get in touch with him because I had plans. And he actually had a list of all his books, which was pretty crazy. And, I texted him and said, can you send me a list? So I went there the next day. Exciting story, of course. But like I said, I just find it funny that it never happens. And now this is the time it happens. And, of course, we had somewhere to go. Like I said, thankfully, it was in our area. So I went there the next morning, and just talked to the guy. He's a really nice guy, and he's like, I'd say he's probably like a little older than me. I'm gonna be 45 soon, and this guy's probably in the same ballpark, maybe a little older. And you could tell how old someone is by like their comic collection, especially like if they're not buying new books. His stuff basically ranged from like mid to late 70s to early 80s. Like, you could tell he stopped really buying comics around the time Secret War starts. Now, you hear that, and a lot of comic collectors, eyes would light up and ears would, because that's like an amazing era of comics, like you got first Black Suit Spider-Man, you got, the new X-Men, you have the Daredevil with Frank Miller, there's a bunch of great Batmans. There's a lot of big books in that time period. A lot of, this guy had, I'll show you guys everything. I got 43 books, and I'm going to tell you what I spent in the end, so stick around to the end, and I'll tell you what I spent, because I'm not giving that away, because, I was going through them, and I had a stack. I didn't know what this guy was going to charge me. I had no idea what I was going to spend, so I didn't want to get, like, too crazy. I would have probably bought a couple more books if I knew how much this stuff was going to cost in the end, but I think I got some of the best stuff from the books he had. Now, these books were in short box comics, comic boxes. None of them were bagged or boarded. He had a piece of paper dividing where the books were. I mean, they range from anywhere from, poor to, like, I would say VF at best. This guy did not have, there's no, impossible for him a near mint book. He just, if you don't bag and board your books, the spines start to buckle. There's just, you get little dog bends in the end, especially if you're rifling through the boxes. It's just impossible. That's why you should always, if you care, if you're buying the comics to read them, which is what they're for, then do what you want. But, if you're collecting them and you want to, preserve them, obviously bagging them and boarding them are very important. Okay, so you know what? I probably yammered on too long. Before I go into the haul, though, I have two links in every episode of my YouTube show. You'll see in the caption, it'll say my Instagram, You Love Comic Books, and my eBay, You Love Comic Books. Feel free to check them out. If you like what you see here, you'll like my Instagram. Give me a follow. And then check my eBay for, comics, toys, video games, trades, stuff that I'm selling on there. All right, let's get into the haul. So, I when I did go there initially, I saw some books. I was only there for a few minutes, and this was the first one I saw. So I was like, okay, this guy's got some good stuff. I gotta make sure to get this guy's number and come back. Adventures into Fear 24. So what's the significance of this book? Well, it's the first Blade and Morbius team up, or I guess fight. It's also the first Tomb of Dracula appearance of Blade, so this is pretty early on. So it's a good find. I mean, this is definitely one of the more like poor condition books, but it was still nice. I mean, and again, I had no idea what he was going to charge me. So the Frankenstein monster, number 9. I honestly just got this because it's Dracula versus Frankenstein. Any of these books that have like the team ups, he had Werewolf by Night with the Dracula appearance. I think it's like 15. It was just so beat up. I didn't want it. Whatever. This one's in better condition. I would say this probably ranges like in a 4-ish. Tomb of Dracula 19. This has like a first appearance in here, and it's also when like Blade gets bit. So this is another early Blade appearance. It's a sick cover. Happy to have this. I've seen this book in this condition go for like at least $20 to $30, even more. So always happy to grab one of these books whenever I see them. Now I put these in Mylars and bags, and none of these things were bagged. I just had a stack of comics again. Incredible Hulk 282. This is the first team up with She-Hulk and Hulk. This book can go for like decent amount. Like I sold like one on eBay last year, and it was a poor condition one. I sold that for over 20. And these can go for like 40 easily. This one's definitely more mid grade, but happy to have it. I mean, I think it's a nice one. Hulk 258. This is the first appearance of this team. This one is definitely one of the better grades. It's like, I mean, you could tell there's like some. It's not perfect. Like I said, this is in a box, but man, like this one would press very well if. Okay, happy to grab this. This actually might be, even though this is not in the greatest condition, this might be a step up from the copy I got when I was a kid a long time ago. Incredible Hulk 168, first appearance of the Betty Banner as the Harpy. This book has always kind of picked up, especially during the Immortal Hulk, when she became like, Betty Banner became Red Harpy. Just a great book to have, again, early Hulk run. So I had to grab that. And then he had this one. This one is like decent condition. Again, more in the low grade side. Probably like, again, I'd say 3-ish, 4-ish level, if I were to get it graded. This is the first appearance. Now, I'm a little confused by the Valkyrie. I think Valkyrie's first real appearance is like Avengers 83. But this is the version of Valkyrie that's in the Defenders and all the stuff for years. And this is her first appearance. Now the character that becomes Valkyrie, she first appears in like Hulk 126 or earlier issues. But this is her first appearance as Valkyrie. So this is a big key. I guess this might be considered second appearance of Valkyrie. Again, happy to have this. I had to grab this. He had a bunch of Fantastic Fours, but Fantastic Four 272. Unfortunately, he did not have 273. This is the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards, Reed Richards' dad, who is such a convoluted storyline. So Nathaniel Richards is also Kang. I don't know. The whole thing is very confusing. But this storyline, what's great about this storyline is they go to this kind of like Westworld thing, but you find out that what happens in this issue is what inspired Kang to become like, he was like in the future and he was bored and he was watching this like program of like cowboys, and he's like, I'm bored, I'm going to become Kang now. And again, I'm butchering the storyline, but this is the actual story that inspires Kang, and then it's the first appearance, and in the end you meet Nathan Richards. He did not have 273, unfortunately. I would have grabbed that, but he did have this one. This one's, I'd say, again, nice. I'd say a fine Fine Plus, I wouldn't say VF, but Fine Plus condition copy of Fantastic Four 243. This book is just picked up with the Galactus cover. I think there's some other key, reason why this book is bigger. But happy to have that. Amazing Spider-Man 256, first appearance of Puma. Nice, I'd say almost VF copy. It's a newsstand. Let me see. I don't think this... Okay, no, it didn't. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 90. Now, if you watched my other episodes, I have 41 other episodes of You Love Comic Books. It's... this is the... I showcased this. I bought one not too long ago. That one cost me they were charging $50. He did give me a discount, yeah, and so I'd just say $42. That's a better condition copy, but this is still decent. It's got a little ding on top. So this is the second black suit Spider-Man. He shows up in the end. He's on the cover right here. I think people forget that. This is the very second issue after Amazing Spider-Man 252. So this book's picked up over the years. He had it, had to grab it. I was hoping he didn't have it because, again, it's like he has a weird time frame. And I guess he didn't start buying Peter Parker until after Cloak and Dagger, which is 64. I was hoping he was going to have that. Grab this. This is in really good condition, actually. This is the first appearance of, I totally forgot the name of the elf, but he's the bad guy in Thor 2. Malachi? I don't know. I figured I'd grab it. I was happy to get this one. This is the second appearance of Firelord. He did not have the first, but that's cool. I already have the first appearance. Happy to have this. All his books, he did not... Thankfully, any of these 25-cent books, I made sure... I'm pretty sure I double-checked. They all have their value stamps, so that's good. I'd rather have, a decent mid-grade copy of a book than, a really nice condition copy of a book that has the freaking value stamp cut out. I'll take the mid-grade. I don't want the value stamp removed. But this cover is so funny. Galactus looks so weird here. Come on. This is such a weird... look at this. And the thing is, he's shown up. There's, awesome Fantastic Four covers. I guess I didn't realize he's still, in this version where he has, the tunic and, I don't know, he's wearing knickers and... I don't know. Long socks, I guess. It's just, I always found this cover really bizarre. Been wanting to get this one for a while. Figured I'd grab it. This one was actually one of the better condition copies. I don't think there's anything super big about it. It just has the map of Asgard in it. This book was kind of picking up, last year. I figured, why not? Yeah, this one. This one's okay. It's a mid-grade. Now, remember, a lot of these books have this, and again, this is why you should beg and board your books, because it prevents that. That's what causes that over time. The books kind of rolling into each other. It makes the spine roll. But Marvel Team Up 121, reason why I got this, first Toad. I think that's literally his actual name. Now, he's the second Toad. I think the first Toad is in... Now, is it Leapfrog. I'm sorry, Leapfrog. I think the first one's in Daredevil 27 or whatever, but this book is picked up because this character is going to be in the She-Hulk series. I figured why not grab it. Another character is rumored to be in the She-Hulk series, so I figured to grab it. Marvel Premiere 44, featuring the Jack of Hearts. Not his first appearance. That's in Hulk 213 in comics. His first appearance is in one of the magazines. I totally forgot which one. I think it's in Iron Fist or Master Kung Fu. But I figured this is his first solo story. Characters picking up. Couldn't hurt to grab it. This one is just a cover by, Doctor Doom thing. I figured it wasn't going to cost much, and I just love this cover. And Doctor Doom is gigantic in this one. Okay? He had some ROMs, so he didn't have ROM 1, but he had this one. I actually have 18, which has them in there. I never had this one, so happy to grab that. And again, it's mid-grade. There's a little ding there, but he unfortunately did not have 31, but he had 32. 31 is officially the second appearance of Rogue. This is, I guess, you would say, the third appearance. Still pretty good. Happy to have it. Got this issue. 47 Defenders, honestly, just with the Moon Knight on the cover and, Wonder Man. So just Captain America 300. Been wanting this one for quite some time. I never see this. This book is barely ever in back issue bins. For some reason, 300 is a really hard book. It's not like it's a major, it's a great Mike Zeck illustrated, comic. It's great. I love the cover. But I've been wanting to get this one for a long time. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much on it because it's not like anything major, but like it's just never there for some reason. There's some issues that just don't exist in back issue bins, or at least in my experience. So I saw it, I'm like, I'm grabbing it. Been wanting to get this one for a while. First Jack Monroe, I think that's his name, as Nomad. And again, just another great Mike Zeck cover. Happy to have that. This is my second copy of this. I figured I might as well grab it. This is I think this is the first full appearance of Armanzolo, the guy with the face on his tummy. He shows up in the end of 208. Armanzolo is a pretty major Captain America villain. So I feel like he's going to show up again. He was a big part of, he's in obviously the first Captain America movie. He has a small part in Winter Soldier where he has like the camera head and the screen. So they're kind of playing up with this version. But he was a big part of the What If cartoon. So that was cool. They got the same actor to do the voice. So I have a feeling, I'm pretty sure they got the same actor. Could be wrong. I have a feeling that this character will be back. There's a new Captain America movie coming out, and I feel like we're going to get a lot of those villains show up, like Dr. Faustus and Armanzola, and so we'll see. I figured I'd grab anytime I see this that costs nothing. It doesn't really cost much. Again, I had no idea what I was going to spend on these books when I grabbed it, so Iron Man 170. This is the first full roadie as Iron Man, who eventually becomes War Machine. So a funny thing about this story is I bought this comic originally like a year ago. It was like a 20% off sale, whatever, but the book was $30. So 20% off that. Then when I moved to Colorado, I found this book in a back issue bin in pretty much similar condition for only $5. And I was like, I'm getting that. And then I found this one, and this one's still in decent condition. Like I said, still like maybe it needs to be pressed or flattened, or maybe in a nice backing boards and a compressed box. Maybe that'll help push that down, but still really nice condition. So I figured it was worth getting. This is my second copy of this one too. This is a pretty big issue. Avengers 227, second appearance of Monica Rambeau. Her first appearance is an Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. I think it's 16. You can tell me in the comment section if I'm wrong. Been wanting to get this one for a while. Never really want to pay. Like I see on average it goes for like $20. This one is obviously not the greatest condition. But nothing color breaking. Good press and a clean will really make this book look nice. The pages, it's still pretty white. Hasn't like yellowed or really anything too bad, but just the iconic cover. It was imitated in the Civil War movie when Ant-Man and Hawkeye. So happy to get that finally. This is like my third copy of this one, but I figured I'd grab it. Avengers 221, especially with the She-Hulk series on. This is her when she joins the Avengers. This book is kind of picked up. On average, the book will go anywhere, depending on the condition. I would say like $10 to $20. Really good condition, more than 20, This one I've been wanting to get for a while. I just love this cover. And again, really good condition copy of this book. Avengers 175. All right, here we go. Getting to the end of this part of the haul. Batman Brave and Bold. Again, I've showcased this before in a previous episode. You love comic books. Batman Brave and Bold 197. This is another copy, obviously. I got this at the garage sale. This is the wedding. It's like, I don't know if it's like an alternate realities or what they call it, like Earth 2. But this is the wedding of Batman and Catwoman. So this book on average can go for like $20. So worth getting. This one I've been wanting to get for a long time. And, I just don't want to. It's not one of the books I'm like, I gotta pay, whatever. Batman 368. Jason Todd officially becomes Robin. And this is in really nice condition, actually. Happy to have it. So I don't know why I grabbed this one, but I figured why not. It's my second copy of this. It's now I was wrong. I thought this was the first appearance of Bullock, Harvey Bullock. It's not, but I guess it's an early appearance. I don't know. It's still a key. Happy to have it, and it was in great condition. I want to make sure. Hold on. Does this have a... No. Okay. I'm going to get to that in a second. This is the... I could be wrong. I think this is the first full appearance of Killer Croc. Batman 358. 357 is... He did not have that, unfortunately. That's the first, like, appearance of him, and first full appearance of Jason Todd, I guess. But this is the first full appearance of Killer Croc. So, pretty cool. This one, too, I don't know. I'll have to look it up on Key Collector or whatever. They have, like, the exact details, but I had to grab it. Batman Detective Comics, 525. And then he had this. It's, again, like a good press and clean would benefit this book. This is my second copy. My other copy is in much better condition. But I ain't going to complain about getting another one of these. Especially, and again, I'll tell you what I spent in the end. So you got to stick around. Tales of Teen Titans, 44. This is the first Dick Grayson as Nightwing. So this is a pretty major key in DC Comics, especially in the 80s books. So happy to grab that. All right. Now this is something I discovered when I got home. And, because I grabbed these books. I didn't go through them. I just checked the back and the middle. I kind of sped through it. I didn't want to be there forever, But... I mean, I could have. I could have just looked at this guy's comics all day, but I think he would want me to leave. I'm going to take it. I have these out of the bags right now, so we could read. First appearance of Nocturna. I honestly don't even know why I even grabbed it. I just knew it was considered one of the Batman keys, but I was happy to find when I got home that it's a Mark Jewelers variant. Now, this Mark Jewelers variant's seen better days. Like this, it's weird how the insert... Like, the book itself is not in bad I mean, it's okay, for a book was in a box for, God knows how long, 40 years, 30 years. But I never found a Mark Jewelers insert in a DC comic. I know they exist. It's just, I have a couple of these, and they're usually only in the Marvel books. So, that was cool. Nice little surprise when I got home. I accidentally bought 2 of these. He had 2 of these for some reason. And I don't know. They were both, I guess I was going to pick out the better one and buy it, but I ended up just, in the end, forgetting and getting them all. Which is fine, because I ain't going to complain, because, again, it's a Mark Jewelers variant. Both of them are Mark Jewelers variants. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. All right. Almost done. Avengers 232. This is my second copy of this book. This book blew up like around the time Eternals came out. Spoilers for Eternals, but in a cutscene, Star Fox shows up, or Eros, and he's played by Harry Styles. Now, I figured I might as well just grab it. It's in decent condition. I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, it's got some spine ticks, but overall, it doesn't... But again, look at that. Mark Jewelers variant. So, happy to have that. I feel like this book the minute Harry Styles will show up again. Marvel don't cast a guy like that to have him make one appearance. He'll show up in one of the Disney Plus shows or Guardians of the Galaxy or something. This one, I've just been wanting to get as a back issue. And I never get it, but whatever. It's Avengers 236. It's just a SpiderMan cover with She-Hulk and all. It's just a great... But, I mean, it's not, like, perfect. And like, it's got, like, this bend here, but on a white cover, it doesn't look as bad. But, again, I saved it for the end because it's a... Oops. Where are you? It's a Mark Jewelers variant. So, that's cool. Here's another one. I grabbed this, again, straight up cover by, just evil, an evil Scarlet Witch is, I think, always a cool comic to pick up. And again, to my surprise, when I got home, Mark Jewelers variant. So, okay, this was the main reason I was excited to go back to this guy. because in the list I saw that he had these 3 issues, so you know what's coming next. Thor 339, third appearance, Beta Ray Bill. And it's a Mark Jewelers variant. So that's cool. This one is in pretty decent condition. I mean, again, white book could be, I feel like if I get a good press and clean on it, you know, if I choose to do so, I think it's a book that can get a higher grade. It's in really good condition. Unfortunately, the one you're about to see. So Thor 338, second appearance of Beta Ray Bill. And the best part is, it's Mark Jewelers variant. All right, here we go. Last one. The main reason why I'm like, I got to get back to this guy, because he had this on the list, and I was not going to pass it up. Now, unfortunately, but I'm going to tell you what I spend in the end, so it's not that bad. And I'm still happy to own this. This is the first Beta Ray Bill. I've been wanting to get this one for a very long time. I saw when I was looking through his box, it is ripped. I don't know what happened. A cat got to it. It's a straight rip. But again, and this is where I discovered that these books I got had a ton of Mark Jeweler variants in it, was I looked at this one first. So yeah, it's low grade. It's a good placeholder. I'm good on, I feel like I don't need to ever get another Thor 338. I definitely don't need 339 because I already had a good copy of it to begin with. But this is a good placeholder. I'm happy to get this. I personally would not want to spend 100, 150 on this book. Not graded. I'm talking about just raw. I don't really buy graded books unless I find them for like an amazing deal. But it's Mark Jewelers variant. So I guess I can't complain. Happy to have this. So you guys are probably watching, you made it through the video. How much did I spend on this, on all 43 books here? With all the books that you saw, $65. So this is why I've always been trying to get to a garage sale. Find this garage sale. Now, some garage sales, people are going to charge you like an insane amount. They think their books are worth tons of money, and maybe they are. And then you're going to go that you luck out on that garage sale. Well, they're just happy to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm very happy with this collection of books here, especially to get, these first 3 with Beta Ray Bill, especially the the first appearance. Like I said, can't complain, and then you saw all the other books I had. So yeah, that's why I'm glad I made this a special episode. I was originally going to have this in my last episode. I was like, there's no way. There's too many. I want to showcase these, and I want to showcase the Mark Jewelers variants. So yeah, not bad, right, guys? So, like, if you like what you saw, give that the episode a like. Leave a comment if you have any questions on what you saw, or if you have any fact checks. Anything that I messed up, let me know. Also, why not subscribe? Become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I appreciate it. Maybe when I'm not near there yet, but my goal is obviously to get to 1,000 subscribers. I will definitely do a contest then. But, a little way off from there. So you're going to see a previous episode here, previous episode there, and the subscription button. Follow my Instagram, You Love Comic Books, my eBay, You Love Comic Books. All right, have a good one, and later, bye-bye.